With the full moon on August the 19th, energies are starting to ramp up again in preparation for September and then also the eclipse season. Now, August has already been quite the slowed down month, not just because it was the key theme of this month, but also because of Mercury retrograde season as well. And we're still in Mercury retrograde season until the 28th. And now with this full moon, you will notice that energies are starting to ramp up again, especially now towards the end of the month, because it's really preparing us then for that heightened energy period of September. Because in September, there's a lot happening. Besides the new moon and the full moon, we then also have the eclipse season, and we also have the fall equinox. So right now, August was basically meant for us to relax, to recharge, not just because of Mercury retrograde season, but that was really a key theme of the month of August. But now, since we're now moving towards the end of August with this full moon, you will notice that things are speeding up again. Energies are slowly ramping up again to help us get ready for what's to then come in September. And in this video, I want to share with you the 5 key things I think you should know about this particular full moon so you can really make the most out of what's available now with this full moon energy. So let's dive right into the very first thing that I want you to know is that with this full moon, you can feel that things are slowly speeding up again. Now, with Mercury being retrograde, everything was slowed down. I mean, you may have already noticed, like since August began, that things were quite slow. And then we moved into Mercury retrograde, beginning of the month as well. So this month was really quite slowed down. I have found that this Mercury retrograde season was more slowed down than any of the other Mercury retrograde season. And there was a reason for that, because it was really helping us prepare us for then September with the fall equinox and the eclipse season. Because we have gone through so much already throughout this year. And August has really been that month of rest, recharging, kind of like that vacation at R&R that we really needed to then start again when September starts with all these cosmic events in September. But now with this full moon, you will notice that things are slowly but surely speeding up again. So life kind of, comes back online again, right? Things are, moving forward again, and especially like Mercury is then going to go direct again on around the 28th of this month. And then you will notice that towards the end of the month, now with this full moon and then now towards the end of the month, you will notice that things are speeding up again. And this is really to prepare us for that heightened energy period that we're then entering when we enter September. Now, that's the first thing I want you to know. Now, the second thing I want you to know is that with this full moon, you may actually feel as if you just came out of a slumber, like you just take a really, really good, really long nap. And you're just kind of coming back online again. Now, this can be quite disorienting because of the slowdown effect of this month and because of Mercury retrograde season. Because now you're kind of like, starting to kind of wake up again. Now that energies are starting to ramp up again, you may actually feel as if you're just kind of waking up. You may actually feel a little wobbly. You may feel a little unsteady on your feet. Like I said, this can also feel a little disorienting as well. Just think back when you had a really, really good afternoon nap and you woke up and you're just like, kind of groggy, like what's going on, and hey, give me a minute, I'm just kind of waking up. It's kind of like that sense, because like I said, this month was really about helping us really to rest and recharge. It was very, very slow down. When I tuned into the energy of August, I could really feel like, we were really being pushed down in a way, like really there was so much heavy energy to really make us basically rest and recharge. Which is why now with this full moon, since energies are shifting, starting to move forward again, you may actually feel a little disoriented. So here, just, take it easy. I mean, we're still in the slowdown period anyways. Yes, energies are ramping up, but still just take care of yourself. If you need some more rest, and take some more rest, really listen to your body. Self-care is really key this month, and it still continues until we're moving then into the next energy period of September then. But just take care of yourself. If you still need a little bit more time to kind of, come back online, to kind of get back to center, then just take that time, meditate more, relax more, recharge more, do what you feel called to do to really take care of yourself. But just be aware that you may feel a little unsteady now with this full moon energy, because things are starting to shift forward again. So we're moving forward again. And like I said, Mercury is going to move direct again around the 28th. So you're already starting to feel that changeover energy as well. Then the third thing I want you to know is that even though energies are moving forward, you're still not quite ready to actually take action. That comes then after Mercury retrograde season, and as we're then moving into September. You're still in that preparation phase where you internally, energetically, mentally, and even physically still preparing yourself for the big month of September, the eclipse season, all these cosmic shifts that are then happening in September. So you're still in that preparation phase right now. So yes, even though energies are starting to ramp up again and you feel like you're about to move forward again, you're still preparing internally. So there's really that sense of getting ready. There's like also that urgency to prepare ourselves for September, for the eclipse season, for all that is going to come. Now we're already being prepared for the eclipse season because it's happening about 2 weeks before we were starting the eclipse season. So this is like kind of like the time right now. We're already in that preparation phase for the eclipse season. So that's what you're now experiencing with this full moon, right? So there's that call to really prepare ourselves on all levels, internally, externally, energetically, and physically, and even emotionally and spiritually, to really prepare ourselves for what's going to come, because September is going to be a big month. There's going to be a lot of ascension codes coming in. There's a lot of more awakening and growth and transformation. So there's a lot happening in September, and you're really preparing yourself for that right now with this full moon. And here, just on a little side note, I wanted to mention something to you because something big is coming in September as well. I was guided to create a membership. It's called Transcendence. It's all about really assisting you on your spiritual journey to really become your own soul alchemist, to really transform your life, to really transcend into a higher version of being. And I felt called to launch it in September, so definitely stay tuned for that. There's a link in the description below to join the waitlist if you're interested to do so. But it's going to launch in September, and I really felt called to do so because September is truly going to be a big month. So if that's of interest to you, if you want to learn a little bit more about Transcendence, then check out the link in the description below. Maybe even join the waitlist. Doors will open beginning of September, especially to really support you on your journey for, what we're going to then go through in September. So if that's of interest to you, definitely join the waitlist to be notified whenever doors open. But doors will open beginning of September. So I'm super excited about this. So I just wanted to mention that to you real quick. But now let's go back to the next key thing that I want you to know. The fourth key thing is that you may actually feel the call to stretch, to move, to also elongate your spine, like really straighten out your spine. Now this full moon really has a very physical effect to it. So we're really being asked, or we're really being invited to really move our body, to stretch our body, to elongate our spine so we can really stand up taller, really stretch ourselves, stretch out any tight muscles. Think of it like that. Runners, they have to stretch before a big run. So that's kind of like what the phase that we're in right now. We're preparing ourselves for that next big energetic period. So now you want to really stretch your body. You want to prepare your physical body for that next energetic upgrade. Because one thing you got to understand is that your physical body is always the last to ascend, to transcend, to grow, to evolve, right? On an emotional, spiritual, and energetic level, you're evolving a lot quicker, but your physical body is like the last thing to kind of catch up with because it's in the physical, right? In the 3D world, everything takes a little longer. So for you to then really make the most out of the next month and really prepare yourself for that, this full moon really calls to have more of a physical effect, or have a physical focus. So whatever you can do, whether it's you may go to the gym, or you may do some yoga, maybe stretching, maybe walking, do whatever you feel called to do to really stretch out your body, to move your body, to really stretch and get flexible. And flexible is really the key word here, is because you're going to be stretched next month. With the eclipse season, with everything that's coming in September, you will be stretched on so many different levels. And that's why right now this full moon really calls for that physical approach, that really physically stretching our body, our muscles, everything, just stretching it, and also moving our body to release any stuck energy as well. So that's the fourth thing that I want you to know, is that, whatever you can do around this full moon time, on or around the full moon, especially now as we're moving into, then the eclipse season and into September, do your best to really be more physically active, to really prepare your physical body for then that next phase of ascension. Because like I said, you want to be flexible. Your body needs to be flexible to then grow into that next higher level of being that you are then moving into next month with all these cosmic events that we're experiencing next month. So do your best to become more flexible, stretch, move, do something to really focus on your physical body. Then the fifth and final thing I want you to know is that there's really that call to really be ready, to be open, to really open yourself up for the insights, the guidance, for the energetic shifts that are then forthcoming. So it's really this full moon is really the call to prepare ourselves. So whatever you can do, really prepare yourself on all levels and really be open to receive the insights as well of what is most important for you to know right now and then moving forward. Because a lot of insights are now coming forth as well, because now the energy, like I said, it's starting to move forward again. Energies are ramping up again. So you will receive the insights, the guidance on how to move forward. And it's really to prepare you then for that big energetic shift that is then happening with September. So here are the 5 key things I want you to know about this full moon on the 19th. Now I also have a light language activation that's coming out as well that will be focused more on that physical recharge, the physical detox, or also the energetic detox. So definitely stay tuned for that. But now the way you can make the most out of this particular full moon is, like I already mentioned a couple of things, is for one, definitely focus more on that physical, right? Be more active. Stretch more, really do something for your physical body to prepare yourself on a physical level, but also internally, energetically, spiritually, prepare yourself for then what's to come with the September and the eclipse season. But still, make self-care your number one priority still right now, because we're still in that slowed down period. So self-care is really going to be key, because like I said, it's all about preparing us for September, for that next high energetic period that we're then moving into. So whatever you feel called to do is really every single day, make it your priority to take care of yourself, whether it's maybe 15 minutes of meditation or some stretching or some movement or walking. Do something physical, but also do something, on a spiritual level as well, whether it's meditation, whether it's journaling, whatever it is, maybe listening to any of my light language activations, whatever it is, but you want to really prepare yourself on a day-to-day basis, really connect deeply. Like I said, this full moon really has a very physical effect, a physical approach. So do what you feel called to do, to really listen to your guidance, listen to that inner guidance of what you feel called to be doing. Okay, so here you go. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button, maybe leave me a comment below. Let me know, are you feeling that already? Because you may already notice that things are starting to shift, things are starting to speed up again. Leave me a comment below, let me know. I would love to know. But also be sure to check out these 2 videos here. One is a light language activation about let go and surrender. And another one is also nicely self-care treatment activation to really help you feel that deep inner relaxations. It's good fitting for what we're experiencing right now. So thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.